Hi guys, how are you doing? This is Sebastian from TechCentury and welcome to this new review. Today I'll tell you why these headphones, the SuperEQ S1, are good active noise cancellation headphones that are available for $65 US, but why I think these aren't excellent headphones and why I can't recommend them to everyone. So first off, we have the battery life. Now SuperEQ claims up to 45 hours of battery life, which would be absolutely incredible. But in my own test, they lasted for 24 hours with 100% volume and also active noise cancellation turned on, which is still incredible. Just for comparison purposes, I did the same test with my Soundcore Q30s and they only lasted 15 hours. So the battery life here on these headphones is excellent. Moving on, I definitely have to mention the audio quality when it comes to voices, for example, like in podcasts or also talking head content here on YouTube. I think that voices are really well represented here on the S1s. In terms of Bluetooth, these headphones offer Bluetooth 5.0, which is basically standard and offered on most headphones these days. And for Bluetooth 5.0, the range was pretty good and also the signal stability was basically what you could expect. Pairing was also really easy. You only have to press the physical on and off switch a little bit longer and then they enter the pairing mode, and no matter if I used them with my iMac, my smartphone or also my TV, pairing worked always really fast and flawlessly. Next up, as you could probably already tell from the beginning, these headphones have a secure fit, also if I don't wear my hat, and therefore the fit is definitely another strength. No matter how I move my head, they won't fall off. So this is definitely something that I really appreciate, because if the headphones are too loose and you can't even like look down and they'll fall off your head, that isn't really the greatest experience. So I really like that about these headphones as well. In terms of build, I also have to say that even though they're mainly made out of plastic, like most other over-ear headphones, of course, due to weight limitations, except if you're Apple, of course, then I think the build quality is quite good. I wouldn't feel like they would break too soon. Also great is that you can extend your warranty to 24 months if you register them online. And overall, also in terms of design, I think they look pretty good. They're also available in white. The only thing I don't really like are the SuperEQ branding as well as also the Be Young branding up here. It's just not my kind of font. I don't know, maybe you guys feel different, but I personally don't like it too much. But overall, the black and red accents, I think, look quite nice. But there are two more positive aspects. First off, they are foldable, so this is great if you want to carry them around, and there's also a little carrying pouch included inside of the box as well. And last but not least, they of course also have active noise cancellation as well as a transparency mode. And I have to say that the active noise cancellation is basically what you can expect from cheaper or lower end headphones. So they can filter out or reduce noises, for example, like a fan spinning or also probably like an airplane. But for irregular sounds, like for example voices from people that are speaking, are a little bit more difficult for them, and they can't filter out everything, and you should be aware of that. The transparency mode, on the other hand, works quite well, and especially voices are really well understood if you turn on this mode. So now that you've heard all of these positive aspects, you might be wondering why I said that I don't think these are excellent headphones and why I can't recommend them to everyone. Well, there are a couple of reasons. First off, I really have to say that the packaging overall just feels super flimsy and cheap. Now, of course, you only take them out of the box once, and after that you might even throw it away, but still it's just the first impression that really counts, and the first impression isn't that great. So I would like to see an improvement here on the packaging, maybe a little bit thicker material there as well. Moving on, there's only a soft carrying pouch included inside of the box. Now, on one hand, it's good to have a carrying pouch included inside of the box at all, but on the other hand, a really hard case would have been much better to protect these headphones from getting damaged. Another big negative aspect on these headphones is that we only have a micro USB port for charging, and I'm sorry, but in 2021 all devices should be USB Type-C, and I don't really want to bother with micro USB anymore, so that's a big negative for me. Next up, we'll get to some of the fit and comfort aspects. Now yes, as I mentioned before, they have a tight fit so that they don't fall off. But of course this comes at an expense, and that is that they offer quite a bit of pressure here on your head and your ears especially. This is something that I'm not really the biggest fan of, because that can make them uncomfortable if you wear them for a longer period of time. On top of that, my ears are also too big and sometimes they don't really completely fit inside of the ear cups, which also isn't the greatest feeling in the world, but maybe my ears are just too big. Moving on, there unfortunately also is no app support. So basically the sound that you get right out of the box is the sound that you'll have, except if you download like third-party equalizer apps to your smartphone. But for example, the Soundcore Q30s have an extensive app control, which is great to see, but unfortunately this is lacking here. Last but not least, I definitely have to talk about the sound quality, and this is also why I can't recommend them to everyone. Because while I think, as I mentioned before, they sound great for podcasts or YouTube videos and also for some musical genres like, for example, hip-hop, I don't think they sound particularly good for everything else when it comes to music and all other genres, because I overall just feel like they sound muffled, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. Now yes, you can probably compensate for that with third-party equalizer apps, but for me personally, I really want headphones to sound good right out of the box, or if that isn't the case, I want to have an official app where I can easily switch between different equalizers and where I can also store the settings on the headphones themselves. So if I use them with my TV or other devices like my Mac that don't support equalizer apps, especially when it comes to the TV, for example, that they then sound better, and this unfortunately isn't possible on these headphones. So it really depends on what you want to use them for, if they're the right choice or not. And this also wraps up my video. I hope that you guys liked it. Let me know what you think about these headphones in the comment section down below, and if you have any questions, of course I'm there to answer them. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.